Good evening from Denver, where today Timothy McVeigh went on trial in that federal courthouse down there. He went on trial for the deadliest terrorist attack in this country's history, the Oklahoma City bombing that killed 168 people, including many children. The cold-blooded and calculated bombing stunned the world, striking as it did at the innocent in the heart of America. Today, here in Denver, the long and complex trial that will determine guilt or innocence got underway in a low-key fashion under very tight security. NBC's Roger O'Neill begins our coverage tonight. Roger?
Tom, maybe it was coincidence, but at 9:02 this morning, the exact time the bomb went off in Oklahoma City 2 years ago, a jury was sworn in to hear the evidence against the man accused of detonating that bomb. Timothy McVeigh, according to government prosecutor Joseph Hartzler, wanted to see blood flow in the streets of America. It was a chilling accusation which kept a packed courtroom spellbound. Hartzler had already brought many to tears. His opening statement to the jury aimed directly at their hearts. Tevin Garrett was waving goodbye to his mother, Hartzler said. So was Chase and Colton, Dominique and Zach. But none of them ever touched their parents again, because the prosecutor said a truck was there to impose the will of Timothy McVeigh, a hatred of government, charged Hartzler, which boiled into violence.
I've waited 2 years for this morning, and I'm ready.
Stephen Jones, McVeigh's court-appointed lawyer, also personalized his opening statement with a haunting and surprising reading of the names of the 168 who died in the blast. He also told the story of a woman who he says looked at the Ryder truck before it exploded, saw a man get out of it, and according to Jones, she did not see Timothy McVeigh. Jack Ford is a legal analyst for NBC News.
Prosecutor did just what he expected a good prosecutor to do. Here's where I'm going with my case, and this is how I'm going to get there. The defense attorney came out, not surprisingly, doing what defense attorneys did, started kicking holes in what the prosecutor said.
The courtroom has been modified for this trial. Picture exhibits will be displayed on monitors built into the lawyers' tables. A partition hides the faces of jurors from a television camera built into the back wall of the courtroom. An orange-covered cable carries that picture to Oklahoma City, where today fewer than 100 survivors and relatives watched opening statements. A year ago, we met Rudy Guzman here, where the Murrah building once stood. He was holding a picture of his brother, Randy, who was killed. But today, Rudy was in the courtroom in Denver, staring at McVeigh.
I was looking at him. I don't know if he was looking at me or looking towards my direction. I just looked and looked and looked. And I just kind of gave him a glare.
McVeigh glared once today, too, in court when government prosecutors told of his alleged hatred for the government. But his attorney, Stephen Jones, on cross said, every pancake has two sides, and I'll tell that side when I get my chance. Testimony begins in the morning.